Hello everyone, I'm Jacob and I'm going to be doing the mid-year book out freak tag. Mid-year book freak tag. I'm so sorry, I'm a horrible person. And the first question that we're going to be answering today is what is my favorite book so far this year? I have my stats pulled up on my Goodreads. I always tell my Goodreads what I read. And my favorite book, I would say right now I'm reading a book currently that'll probably be my number one book of the month, book of the year so far. There's a few contenders coming up later on, which we'll talk about, but would be Unfiltered, No Shame, No Regrets, Just Me by Lily Collins. I don't really remember when I read this. It had to be earlier on this year. It's before I had a booktube channel, of course. And yeah, it's super duper good. It's a book of essays written by Lily Collins. I love Lily Collins. I listened to the audiobook of it. I'd highly recommend it that way, of course. But yeah, it was super duper good. I enjoyed it quite a bit, so I would say that's probably my favorite. The second question is the best sequel you have read this year, and that has to go to Leo and Offbeat. I don't read a lot of sequels. Sorry if I look at my computer screen, I'm just looking at different books and stuff. But I don't read a lot of sequels, and that's the most notable one. It's up in the higher up list. It could either go to that or maybe even Scarlet, I would say. Scarlet was a very good sequel. I didn't enjoy as much as Cinder, but I was a very good sequel. But I'm gonna go with Leah and Offbeat by Becky Albertalli, which is the sequel to Love, Simon. It's not actually a sequel; it's a companion novel, and it has a girl-girl relationship, which is not shown a lot here in YA and or any type of thing. Um, and it was a phenomenal book. Simon vs. Homo Sapiens was I enjoyed better. I had a lot of problems with Leah and Offbeat, but overall, I would say it's a very good sequel. And that's yeah. So the next question follows is the new releases you want to read, what you have yet to read. And I watch a lot of people here on BookTube, and so I do know what all the arcs and stuff that do come out. Yet none of them come to my mind on like a book that I'm just like dying to read that it just like came out recently. I would say maybe the new Morg Madsen same date. I've been dying to read, just so I can read a Morg Madsen book, and I think it's a good one to start with. I don't even know like another one. I'm trying to think of maybe like a sequel that's come out or something. Reaper in the Gates. I'm trying to read an Ember Analysis, so obviously Reaper in the Gates is also another one that I'll probably end up getting to. That I'll probably be really excited to read as well. Restore Me by Tamara Mafi would probably be another one, but I would say the biggest one right now would be that first one. So the fourth question is the most anticipated release that you have for the second half of this year, and which actually will probably be answering a few of these questions, and that is, oh my god, it's by Andrew Smith. It comes out in September or October or something like that, and it is also Kate's book dates or whatever. Her book, her poetry book. I love poetry novels. That comes out, but I can't think. Zombies, Rainbow, Rabbits and versus Zombies or something like that. It's written by Andrew Smith. I love Andrew Smith. Winger is one of my favorite novels of all time, and yeah, definitely Andrew Smith. That one is probably my most anticipated book. So the fifth question is my biggest disappointment. Now I have a 1-star rating here, which is not actually my biggest disappointment. I didn't think I was actually gonna like it, so we're not gonna talk about it. My biggest disappointment of this year, I don't know. I was gonna say it's gonna be between Stephanie Perkins. There's Someone Inside Your House. I was really looking forward to that one because I like the idea of it. And or A Simple Favor by Darcy Bell. Really looking forward to that. That was then my biggest surprise. I don't really go into books thinking I'm not gonna like them. Such as Zenith, I thought I might not like it. But as I'm looking at my list for my number 5, like at the top, I would say it would go with The Catcher at the Rye, by which I had to read it for my English class for my senior year by J.D. Salinger. Actually, I have the book. Ooh, can I reach it? I can't reach it. This one. Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. Most of these are me on screen, so that's pretty cool. I actually have the novel. And it was so good. I loved the characters. I loved the discussions we had in class. So much about this I enjoyed, so that was probably my biggest surprise, because I thought I was going to hate it, to be honest with you. So yeah. Hugely phenomenal. Alright, the next question is my new favorite author, or a newly favorite author, and that goes to Ellen Generous. I read both of her books this year. I enjoyed them both a lot. J.D. Salinger, That was also another new author I've never read before. Enjoyed that one. And also Brian K. Vaughan, who wrote Saga. I read both of those volumes this year. They were phenomenal. I'm still trying to get my hands on more of them because they were just so good. Yeah, I would say that's about it. The Hate You Give is on here, but I read it in 27. No, I didn't. I read it in January this year. Angie Thomas. I changed it. My number one book of the year so far is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. Angie Thomas is my new favorite author. Definitely reading anything she puts out. So the next one is my newest favorite crush, and actually I've read a few books this year where they got me swooning for some characters. Oh my gosh, I can't think of his name, and hold on. Holden Caulfield from The Catcher in the Rye. His character, I was in love with the whole time I was reading it. Ron Weasley from Harry Potter. I'm reading those currently, so I'm already kind of in love with him, but now I'm even more in love with him. Prince Kai from Cinder, definitely a Hatso. Trying to think here, different ones. Some of these are kind of weird, so I'm kind of trying to skip them. Going through the list here, I would say those are probably my bigger ones. I don't know. But yeah, I would say those three right there. But I would say probably Holden would probably be my new crush. I don't know, there's something about him that just screams I like him, and we get along really well. Just because I really relate to him as a character, so maybe I'm liking myself. So book 9 is the newest favorite character, and once again I would go with either any of those that I just mentioned, Holden, or actually I wouldn't go with Prince Kai for that. I would say actually Cinder, since it is a book that I did read this year. I would say she was a new favorite character because I wasn't expecting to love her as much as I did. And Examora from The Poet X was a phenomenal character as well. So I would say either of those would probably be. So close to the bottom now, the books that made you cry. It's really hard to make me cry. But The Poet X by, I cannot pronounce her name, we all know this, Elizabeth Avicito, made me bawl my freaking eyes out. I cried forever. It was so sad, so heartening, such a good book. Not good enough to get 5-star, but it was good enough to make me cry. Two Boys Kissing by David Weithman also made me cry a little, but Poet X, that's a phenomenal book, and definitely made. Then following, of course, books that make you cry, books that just put a smile on your face. We in the Offbeat had me smiling so many times, ear to ear. It was so phenomenal. Any of the Harry Potter books, 1, 2, or 3, there's many moments in those that made me smile, and I've been reading them all year, so I would say any of those as well. But we in the Offbeat, my god. So the next question is most beautiful cover that you bought. And actually, I don't have a sleeve on it. It's over there. I could have grabbed it, but I didn't feel like moving. I don't feel the best, but, you know, I'm still here. And that is, of course, Children of Blood and Bow by Tommy Aminetti. And one, I'm super excited to hopefully read this soon. But the cover is gorgeous. It's so pretty. And I wish I would have brought it over with me because I had no idea this was a question on here, but it was. And then also, like, the side stuff for this version of the cover is gorgeous as well. Overall, it was just a great, pretty book, and I tend to get my books from the library, so this was like a purchase buy, so yeah, Children of Blood and Bone by Tommy Aminetti, phenomenal cover. Hopefully the book is as good as the art that made me want to buy the book and reviews. So I was going back to the footage for the tag that I just did, which is the books, the mid-year book tag. And I realized that I never finished the final question, and that is what book is you most anticipated for. And I would have to say that's either the book I said beginning of the year, which I'm really looking forward to, which is Andrew Smith's new book, Rabbits and Rainbows. But I think this one has to go to Beck Rabbit Towery, and This Is About Us, I think is what it's called. It's Beck Rabbit Towery and Adam Severa. But I think that's the most anticipated book I have for the rest of this year, but all the books as well, all the books I want to get to, I'm really anticipating them as well. So any of those I think are really good. But guys, if you like this video, if you like this tag, please give me a big fat thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below. And if there's any books on this list that I want to know your answers as well down below. And as always, I will see you guys all